12 Stoic principles for immediate life transformation. The call to inner mastery. Imagine waking up tomorrow with the unshakable calm of a mountain. The world's chaos still swirls, deadlines loom, people disappoint, and unexpected problems land at your feet. But none of it drags you into panic. You act with clarity, speak with intention, and carry yourself with the quiet confidence of someone who cannot be broken by circumstance. This is not fantasy. It is a skill set, a mental operating system, a philosophy tested for over 2,000 years by soldiers, rulers, merchants, and ordinary citizens trying to live well in uncertain times. That philosophy is Stoicism. The Stoics didn't just write about life, they lived it under pressures far greater than most of us will face. Marcus Aurelius governed an empire while enduring plagues and wars. Epictetus overcame slavery and disability to teach freedom of the mind. Seneca navigated the treacherous politics of ancient Rome while reflecting deeply on how to live meaningfully. What's remarkable is that their wisdom feels tailor-made for today's noisy, anxious, distracted world. These are the 12 Stoic principles that, if practiced, can transform your life. Not someday, now. 1. Focus only on what you can control. The Stoic lens begins with a simple but life-altering question. Is this within my control? Most of us lose hours, even years, of peace by fixating on what we cannot change. Other people's opinions, the weather, political events, social media trends, the past. The Stoics call this wasted effort. Why spend your energy wrestling with things that belong to the universe, not you? Marcus Aurelius put it bluntly, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Modern application. Next time you're stuck in traffic, your flight gets delayed, or someone posts a snide comment about you online, try this mental pivot. Recognize it's outside your control. Choose your inner state deliberately. Personal insight. The first time I truly applied this, I was waiting for a delayed train, anxious about missing a meeting. Instead of pacing, I opened a book. That meeting still happened, but I arrived calm and, ironically, more prepared. Practical exercise. For 1 week, carry a small notebook. Every time you feel irritated, write down the event and label it. Inside my control, outside my control. You'll be shocked how often your stress comes from the second category. 2. Turn obstacles into opportunities. The Stoics believe that life's roadblocks aren't detours, they are the road. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." When something disrupts your plans, you have two choices: resist it and suffer. Use it as raw material for growth. Modern example, you lose your job. Painful, yes. But it could push you to start the business you've postponed for years, or to finally learn a skill that makes you more valuable. Personal insight. I once had a client cancel a major contract that accounted for half my income. I could have wallowed in self-pity, but instead I spent that free time developing a new service. 6 months later, it doubled my revenue. Practical exercise. The next time you face a setback, write down 3 questions. What is this teaching me? How could this make me stronger? What action can I take today to move forward? 3. Live fully in the present moment. We waste life waiting for the real part to begin. We replay old mistakes or daydream about future success, ignoring the only place life actually happens, now. Marcus Aurelius advised, do not dwell on the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. Modern application. At dinner, put your phone away. When a friend speaks, listen without planning your reply. When walking, notice your breath and the feel of the ground. Personal insight. I started setting now alarms on my phone twice a day. When they ring, I pause and observe my surroundings, my posture, my thoughts. It's startling how often I'm elsewhere in my head. Practical exercise. Pick one daily activity, drinking coffee, brushing teeth, walking to your car, and practice doing it with 100% presence. No multitasking. 4. Build self-discipline. Stoicism teaches that freedom is found in mastery over oneself, not indulgence. Small acts of discipline, choosing water over soda, reading instead of scrolling, compound into a life of control rather than chaos. Modern application. Discipline doesn't mean living like a monk. It means deciding in advance what matters most and refusing to be swayed by momentary impulses. Personal insight. I keep a non-negotiable list. 3 daily habits I commit to, no matter what. Even on terrible days, hitting those 3 keeps my sense of progress alive. Practical exercise. Choose one habit that would improve your life if done daily. Commit to 7 days straight. Track it. Build momentum. 5. Strengthen emotional resilience. Stoics didn't deny feelings, they managed them. Emotional resilience is the ability to experience emotion without being ruled by it. Modern application. When anger hits, pause before replying. When sadness arrives, let it visit without making it your identity. Personal insight. I once replied instantly to a critical email and regretted it for months. Now I write responses but wait 24 hours before sending. Most times I edit them down or delete them entirely. Practical exercise. When strong emotion hits, ask, if I respond now, will I be proud of this tomorrow? 6. Remember memento mori. You will die. Far from morbid, this Stoic practice is life-affirming. Remembering our mortality strips away trivial concerns and clarifies what matters. Modern application. If today were your last, would you spend it arguing online or calling someone you love? Personal insight. I keep a small hourglass on my desk, not for decoration, but as a reminder. Time is running, whether I notice or not. Practical exercise. Write down 5 things you would regret not doing if you died in a year. Start one this month. 7. Practice gratitude daily. Gratitude isn't a feeling, it's a habit. The Stoics taught that appreciating what you have guards against greed and envy. Modern application. Before bed, note 3 things you're thankful for, no matter how small. A good meal, a conversation, a moment of peace. Personal insight. I started this practice in a dark period. At first it felt forced, but within weeks, my brain began scanning for good things during the day, just to write them down. Practical exercise. Pair gratitude with an existing habit. For example, every time you brush your teeth at night, name 3 things you appreciated that day. 8. Pursue personal excellence. For Stoics, virtue, living with courage, justice, wisdom, and temperance, was the highest aim. Excellence is not perfection, but persistent alignment with your values. Modern application. In work, relationships, and personal conduct, ask, am I acting in line with my principles? Personal insight. I once worked with someone whose integrity was so consistent that even critics respected him. That is excellence, living your values so clearly that people trust you without question. Practical exercise. Identify one value you want to embody more fully this month. Create a daily action that expresses it. 9. Live authentically. We often shape ourselves to others' expectations, fearing disapproval. Stoicism rejects this. You cannot control others' opinions, only your own actions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." Modern application. Say no when something violates your principles, even if it costs approval. Personal insight. I once accepted a project purely to please someone. It drained me, and the relationship didn't last anyway. That was a painful but powerful lesson in authenticity. Practical exercise. Once a week, make a small choice solely based on your own values, not on what will please others. 10. Accept and embrace change. Change is not an interruption to life, it is life. The Stoics saw resistance to change as resistance to reality itself. Modern application. Rather than clinging to how things should be, welcome the flow of how they are. Personal insight. A mentor once told me, the sooner you stop mourning the old season, the sooner you can plant in the new one. I think of that whenever life shifts unexpectedly. Practical exercise. When faced with change, list 3 possible benefits, even if they're small, to train your brain to see opportunity. 11. Practice compassion and empathy. Stoics believed understanding others' struggles made us better humans. Modern application. Before judging someone's bad behavior, imagine the unseen burdens they may carry. Personal insight. I once learned that a rude coworker was caring for a terminally ill parent. My frustration melted into empathy instantly. Practical exercise. Each day offer one act of kindness, a compliment, a patient ear, or help, expecting nothing in return. 12. Reflect. Daily reflection turns experience into wisdom. The Stoics reviewed their actions each day to align more closely with their principles. Modern application. Before bed, ask, what did I do well today? Where could I improve? Personal insight. This practice has prevented me from repeating the same mistakes and helped me spot patterns in my thinking that needed changing. Practical exercise. Set aside 5 minutes nightly to write one success and one lesson from the day. Your Stoic blueprint for life. Stoicism is not about numbing yourself or retreating from the world. It's about engaging fully with clarity and strength. These 12 principles are not steps to check off once, they are lifelong companions. When you choose what to control, turn obstacles into fuel, live in the now, and embody discipline, resilience, gratitude, and compassion, life doesn't get easier. You get stronger. And that strength, it's contagious. It inspires those around you to rise too. Your life is your training ground. Begin today.